Sleeping.
Yeah, dude, David loves to sleep.
This is true.
Sorry, man, sleeping. We're just gonna start it immediately after this phone call. This is gonna be the start of the video.
Hey, this is David Young.
All right, David ain't coming. It's 15 minutes past time. We're moving on from David coming, but yeah, we got a great entourage. We got Eric P, Big Back Barter, and I am your host Ike. One thing I want to lead with is I am in Underdog Fantasy Billionaire. It's a new app out there where you combine a few picks, and you could say I'm raking in the dough. If I keep this pace for 372 days and I keep on compounding my money, I will be a billionaire. I fully expect to just keep on reinvesting the money. I at the same risk and rate that I am right now. And I'm just saying it's going to lead to success. What do you guys think about that?
Man, it sounds good to me. Are you familiar with the guy that makes a blackjack bet for every follower he has on Instagram?
Day 69. Nice. Going to blackjack and betting 10 cents for every Instagram follower I've got. There is 830,000 of you with us now. So an $83,000 bet coming right up. Alrighty, pressure mounting. Day 69. Dinner for two with a hairy view. We have an $83,000 bet to go on. So I need this bloke to be good. Let's see. Tens and tens. Ace, go 10. Give me a 10. Give me a 10. Give me a 10. No. Oh, no. That's disgusting. The ultimate cock tease. Oh, she's tickled the taint. We hit for sure. 5, 6, 7, 8 here. 4! I do not know what to do here. We're not playing a push. Fuck it. I don't know if that's the right call. Please. Ace, 2, 3, 4. Ace! Ace! Puts us ahead! We go to 18, flip him a 10, day 69's 1! Flip a 10, you gimpy fuck! Flip a 10, no! Yes! Yes, yes, fucking yes! Then I give a heart on to a jellyfish, you little fucking beauty! 69! Adventures are Tintin! The OG cap gets it done, and I'll see you tomorrow when we will be betting even more. What a roller coaster!
No, I have not seen that. That's what's popping up on your algorithm.
Yeah, it is. It is. And let me tell you, that guy will join you in the billionaire club. It's absolutely electric, and yeah, you should track him down. It's highly entertaining.
Isaac, you're a future member of the BBC, the Billionaire Boys Club.
The Billionaire Boys Club. First
billionaire. Rick, do you secretly have a gambling addiction? Like, what the hell is that on your?
I don't.
Why is that on?
I have no desire to gamble, nor have I. But for whatever reason, he's just an Australian dude who, exactly what I said. Every follower he has each day, he makes a blackjack bet for that amount, and I can tell you the ones that he hits on go absolutely viral, and he is racked up quite. I mean, he's over 1 million followers, so it's not a dollar a day, it's a 10 cents per follower. So he's got 1 million followers, so he's making 100 grand blackjack bet each day at least.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where's this money coming from? This guy's coming for sketches thrown on the internet.
Well, I mean, he's hit on enough days that like he's still in the black right now.
Yeah, right now, you say.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
He might have to take out a payday loan later.
Yeah.
Literally. Blackjack, yeah. I feel like you're just not going to win in the long term. But, yeah. In other news, Big Bet Barter, you're meeting someone of significance. I want you to explain, I guess, what you do and how you're interacting with Cici Bellis, former professional tennis player, as we're like first graders. What do you do, and how did you run into Cici Bellis, or how are you going to run into Cici Bellis?
Oh God, I hope she's not one of the 12 viewers that sees this before I even meet her.
She won't.
But
our algorithm doesn't.
For the viewers, I work in venture capital. I invest in early stage technology startup. And Cici Bellis, post-retirement, post-injury, just happens to do the same. I don't know how she got into it or what, but I think she's been working in venture capital for a few years post-retirement. She's like, I think she's our age, she's like 25, 26 or something like that. And she essentially started her own fund to invest in startups focused on like sports technology companies. And a friend of mine who's really interested in sports technology had met her a couple weeks ago, and he's kind of looking for his next role. And I don't know, he might be doing some work for her. I have no idea, but connected me with her, and we're both kind of in similar spots. I'm trying to start my firm. She's trying to start hers, and we both have gotten a few deals under our belt. So yeah, I guess I'm just chatting with her to see kind of what her vision is for her fund, and maybe if I can work together with her. But
Nice.
I'm glad it's not on a tennis court because I would get severely embarrassed. But I'll just stick to the Zoom call for now.
Yeah, that would be an 0-0 match. Speaking of 0-0 matches, David Big D3. Well, sorry, I didn't comment on your Cici Bellis story, and I should have. I did. Just saw an opportunity for me to rub it in David Big D3 Young's face, who couldn't even show up to face the music. But that's super sick. I remember seeing Cici Bellis down in Florida with Tommy Paul on our Florida visit. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal tour from former Cobber. Don't remember his name, but he definitely hooked us up. We got to definitely take advantage of our Florida trip that year.
That was a sick tour.
It was cool because they were essentially like raising these two up in the facility. It seemed like, where I mean, what at that point? I mean, that's what
2018.
18. So that's like 6 years ago. So Cici Bellis would have been 19 at that point. Tommy Paul would have been 20. Right?
Yeah.
Like young bucks, pretty young.
Yeah. I remember the person I was most excited to see during that tour was Ty Kwiatkowski, because he had just won the NCAA singles for Virginia. And I thought he was a sick player, which he is, but hasn't had as much of a pro career as Paul.
Right. And one thing, Bart, you can bring up on your Cici Bellis interaction, because it has not happened yet, is she was an announcer for a lot of the WTA matches. So she's actually pretty good. I listened to her live a few times. Solid input, good, able to drive a message to a non-tennis fan. Or not a diehard, I should say. So yeah.
Yeah. If it goes well, I'll ask her to go on this. That'd be crazy. Get us some views.
Do it. Speaking of upcoming guests, a couple people I'm working on. Just a little sneak peek. We'll see if they actually come on. We got Cherry Tennis, talks with him, talking about his clothing brand. Got a lot of things cool going down in the Minneapolis area. Also, out of nowhere, I DM this dude, Dan's Picks, just this greasy Twitter or X tweeter. Always just tweeting just a bunch of shit. I don't know. I invited him on, so we'll see. He said, "Are you doing next week?" So I don't know. We might have some random dude on throwing out some random shit. I mean, we can always kick him off if we have to. But I say let's see how this goes. But yeah, we got those two in the chamber. Yeah, what do you guys think about the upcoming potential guests? It's just talk. It's just noise right now, so nothing too crazy.
Sounds electric. Sounds like we also need to get some Cherry Tennis gear. I did check it out briefly. We could use some uniforms. Maybe he can throw some custom ones on the printer for us. Some TWI, formerly known as TWI. We could get some vintage TWI shirts.
Yeah, I mean, summer tournament season is coming up. We're all going to be on the courts at least a little bit, and got the opportunity to rep some Cherry Tennis.
Yeah, facts.
Hot Boy Summer in Cherry Tennis. Hot Boy Summer coming up.
Hot Boy Summer. Speaking of sponsors, our sponsor, Dakota Roasters. Always having a glass of Dakota Roasters in the morning, literally every single day. I essentially brew myself like 5 cups of coffee. It's just an egregious amount. Just fill up this massive thermos, but it is with Dakota Roasters. So money. Yeah, visit their website if you want to use the promo code that we are for the people. All lowercase tennis. You'll get a little bit extra off on your purchase. Big Bet Barter. Eric P., what are you thinking about Dakota Roasters?
I'll say Dakota Roasters, fantastic name for a coffee company. The word Dakota, very near and dear to my heart. And am I correct in saying that these guys are in Minot?
Yep. Why not Minot?
Why not Minot? Great little town, the Magic City.
Ooh, Magic City. Ooh, Magic City Mud is one of their coffee. Ooh, keep on going.
Yeah. So we support the Magi here. They got a great tennis program. Minot State University Beavers are in town. They do not have a tennis program at the moment, but maybe somebody in their circle will listen to the pod and be inspired to kick back up that program too.
There we go. Love to hear it. I want to address something that I alluded to earlier. Myself playing David Big D3 Youngs in a match. I feel like I was stroking my ego, said I was going to beat David 6-0, 6-0, but it happened. It happened. He had a couple opportunities to win a couple game points. I think he had 4 game point opportunities and did not succeed. Did you guys watch the match?
I did. David came out decently strong despite the score. Had a little bit longer rally, stayed competitive, had a little bit of spice, and then Will just got broken so quickly and just rolled. Especially in that second set, those last couple games were just hopeless. But our boy David will recover, and he'll show up in other matches strong.
Yeah. Definitely some positives in the match for David, even though the scoreboard didn't show. Like you said, a few game points. Fantastic Shark Week shirt. The backhand looked pretty good. Not very many double faults, if any. I'm not sure if I saw a double or not. But David, I mean, the forehand, we were spraying that thing a little bit. I think next time we get the matchup between David and Isaac, forehand is going to be a big key. Got to keep that puppy in the court.
Yeah.
Like your first serve percentage is like 80%, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's the cool thing about Swing Vision is it gives you all those stats. So yeah, looking after, I mean, it was complete and utter dominance. Gosh, I just crushed David. But yeah, I think it was like 75% first serve percentage. Yeah, and I don't feel bad saying any of this stuff. You know why? Because I go and watch this match back, and David's just talking smack, just chirp, 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 all throughout the match, mentioning my girlfriend. He said, "Tiny, tiny man you are." Like one of the top quotes I've ever heard. Like listening to it in real time, it's just like, wow, how did that come up in his head? Tiny, tiny man you are. Yeah, I don't know. Or tiny, tiny brain you have or something. I don't know.
About you, or was he talking about himself?
No, yeah, he's chirping me getting his absolute butt kicked. He's like, you're good at tennis, but you got a tiny, tiny brain.
I also I don't think I've ever heard the suck it after a winner in real life. So I was really happy to hear that as well. That was incredible.
Yeah, Swing Vision got that point wrong. Like the first point of the match, they got it incorrect. Like the score was wrong. It's like, oh my gosh, come on, Swing Vision. Like, yeah. I'm trying to hook the viewer to watch it more. I guarantee, like, you see that and you're like, all right, I'm not watching this garbage match where they can't even keep score right. Like it ended up correcting itself, whatnot. But yeah. Speaking of swing vision, I got asked to play a tennis match tomorrow against local Trevor Peterson. And in our message, I was like, hey, Trevor, I've been trying to record my matches more. Would you be open to letting me record? And he said, yes. So we're going to play a couple sets. I hope I will bring this up to him tomorrow. I want you guys to come up with an over or under for games of how many you think Trevor Peterson and myself will play in our match tomorrow. We're probably going to play a 2 out of 3 set format and then a 10-point breaker, as long as it fits for his schedule. Sometimes in the past, we have played 1 set. So, yeah, what do you guys think?
I say it's exactly 15 games.
So
that's my guess.
Think it would be like, so it'd be like 6-3, 6-0, or 6-2, 6-1?
I think 1 set will be lopsided, and I think the other will be like a 6-3 with 1 break.
So you would set the line at like 14.5 and take the over?
Yep.
Okay, I'm smashing the under on that. Sorry, Trevor. Trevor Peterson, fantastic adult player, great athlete. I think he started tennis reasonably well into his adult life. I'm not sure if he grew up playing or not. Maybe that's a question to find out tomorrow or when you play each other. But yeah, great guy, great fashion sense. But yeah, I think we're going to be in the 12 to 13 game range for 2 sets.
I think Trevor played when he was younger. He just quit for like a good 15-year span. But okay. I think Trevor's got a solid serve. He has some greasy strokes that that could fool anyone. Kind of like our guy Jared. I could see him getting some games, but not to undercut you, Ike. But wow, how have you played against him in the past?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was just going to bring up. Credit to Trevor Peterson. The last time we played was last year. We played on the stadium court at Island Park, and we had it tight. We only played 1 set, so I always think the better player will prevail if you play 2 out of 3 sets. But anyways, we played 1 set, and it was close. We played a quick 5 because he had to go, so we ended our tiebreaker. We were both 5-5 in games. So we had just exchanged serves, and then we played a quick tiebreaker up to 5 points just to win. Just a little fast format, and I ended up winning 5-3 in that little tiebreaker. So it was a pretty close match. But if you're recording a match, I'm not going to, if 20 people watch it, 20 people is more people than watch my college tennis matches. Maybe 4 or 5 were watching my college matches. So if you get 20, you got to make sure you're showing out for any viewership. So yeah, gonna try my hardest, I guess, is what I'm saying.
What court site are you playing at?
I think we'll probably either go Concordia or Island. I like the Concordia just because I'm familiar with it. One issue that I had with the last video is something was wrong. The fence was shaking. So anytime it hit it, it was kind of annoying. So I know if I just put it on top, it'll probably fix it. But it's cooler having the camera at the level that it's at, I think, because then you get to see the spin. I think that's more interesting. And with the Swing Vision app, you can kind of see the distance. And I think even if we were to put it on top, you're not going to get that great of a view, I don't think. So might as well have it just right there, point of view type of thing. That's my thought.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah. Do you guys have, main topic. Do you guys have any, so Cici bellis related almost in a way. There was a lot of tennis players who had their careers cut short. Dominic Thiem also announced his retirement. We had Camila Giorgi is now retired from the game as of yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. What are we thinking about these quick retirements?
Yeah. It's tough. I guess I hadn't heard about Camila Giorgi. I'll tell you that Jared will be devastated. as he is a big fan of hers. But I don't know. I mean, how old is Dominic Thiem? Maybe late 20s?
Yeah, 26, 27.
Oh,
I
wow.
think.
So around our age.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it just stinks to have someone who was at the top of the game just be unable to make it back to that level, not because of motivation or skill or anything, but just because his body physically can't take it. So it's tough to see. I think of like, I don't know, Del Potro,
Mm.
somebody who definitely could have won a few more slams if he stayed healthy. Murray obviously has been super resilient in coming back, but he had to be gone for a long time. I don't know. It's tough to see. I mean, in order to have some of the conversations that we like to have about who's, the greatest and who's, up in that conversation, it's like you want to have everybody on an equal playing field. And so whenever you have something like an injury to like stain that conversation, it stinks.
Yeah. I mean, I think even you could probably argue Rafa had a couple injury seasons. I think he had 2 really, really bad seasons where he's out pretty much the whole year. You could say he could have won a couple more majors and the talk would have been a little bit different. I mean, even if he wins 1 each year, now he's tied and in the lead almost. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Murray. It sucks because Murray he had the first major injury when he was at the top of his game. Like he reached 2016, he was the best player in the world while Novak was playing lights out. Murray just like elevated his game and then got hurt. Then Fed had his comeback after and whatever. Maybe Fed wouldn't even had to come back if Murray's top of the game too. Who knows? But I don't know. But I also think you have to factor like I don't think factoring in injuries to like is that crazy important because like what you actually do to prepare is still a factor in your longevity, don't you think? Like take a look at it in other sports. I don't know enough about the behind the scenes, like how Nadal's faring. I'm sure he's like crazy with his preparation and like cross training stuff. But like think LeBron, how LeBron's had a crazy long career because he's invested so much into his body and longevity. I'm sure folks are doing that in tennis. We've seen that with Novak, like having really strict like dietary restrictions and flexibility training and everything. But yeah, it's definitely a shame to see Thiem. I just looked it up. He's 30. So I guess if this was like 20 years ago, 30 is not that old or not that young to retire. Still maybe a little bit from someone that's won a major. But like in today's day and age where players are just like getting more out of their career, yeah, it definitely sucks because he was so good.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be the Iron Man of Tour too. He played so many tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of burned him out, whatnot, in a way. Like being that Iron Man, sometimes that's going to take a toll over time. You can't just keep grinding.
I hope that doesn't happen to Alcaraz with all of his early career injuries. I hope he like can string along at least a couple years where he's not injured.
Yeah, it is kind of alarming to see that because he is so young and he's had some pretty, I mean, nothing that's kept him out for an extended period, but still pretty serious injuries. I haven't seen anything like that from Sinner, unless I'm forgetting, but he's seemed to stay relatively injury-free. What do you guys think about, thinking about Thiem's game? I always think about just the massive forehand. Like he absolutely uncorks on that thing. And I think one of the best single strokes in recent memory. Like
you're saying Sinner or Alcaraz?
Back to Thiem.
I see.
His forehand.
Yeah.
That's insane. Couple it with like the beautiful looking backhand, but the forehand is fucking magical.
Yeah. And Isaac, I'm sure you can appreciate the massive kick serve out of Thiem as well.
Yeah, he has a really nice kick serve. Super slow too, but I don't know, just something about it, just like tough to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
And setting up that forehand, like he would be blasting forehands by people on clay. Like it really showed out in clay when people weren't blowing it by you the same way they would on grass and hard court.
yeah. And of course I remember team and like the US Open and stuff like that. But I feel like I, as a tennis fan, like I watched some tennis before that period, but like became, I would say, borderline addicted to watching tennis in 2020. I guess, yeah, 2020. When did he win the US Open?
Yeah, 2021. Yeah. Or no,
Okay.
no. It was 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, the pandemic tournament.
Yeah. Pandemic was when I started just balling out in, well, right after the pandemic, it would have been.
He took Zverev from down 2-0, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What a just an awful loss. Just pretenders Zverev, right?
Yep.
He is. He's a choke artist. All right. I feel like we should end it.